Hey guys, it's Karina. So from the title, you can tell that we are going to be talking about wisterias today. This will be my template 102, and I'm so excited about her because for many years, I want to say, so Ariel's 5 now. For her second birthday, I threw her like an enchanted forest kind of theme birthday. And one of the things that I wanted to do back then was create some wisterias and have them hanging down from the ceiling. I wanted to do a whole bunch of them, but at the time I didn't really have a template. I was messing around with Cricut Design Space, and I had actually showed you guys a little sneak peek from it. But honestly, I did not like it. So I did not do that for her birthday. Well, the wisterias. She still had her party, but we just went a different route with decor. And I kind of put that on pause, and then I don't know, just recently I've been thinking about the wisterias again, and I was like, you know what, let me see if I can create a template. The thing with that template that I created before was that first of all, I really didn't know how to tackle it. And then a lot of the inspo that I would see on Pinterest, like from other people who created these, they were incorporating beads in between the petals to kind of separate them to get that layered look. And I tried that and it was just too much work. I'll be honest. It was way too much, way too much work. So yeah, so I wanted to create something that was a little bit more simpler, that wasn't such a headache. And then this is how this came about, and I absolutely love them. I'll be honest, they don't really take great pictures laying down. Obviously, these are meant to be hung up, guys, on the ceiling or however you want it. I'm gonna insert pictures, of course, of how they look, you know, dangling, so you can look at that, which I'll do that right now. So yeah, like I was saying, these wisterias are meant, they're not your typical, you know, my 3D paper flowers that I hang on the wall. These are more meant, guys, for them, like I said, to be hung. So the pictures that I inserted, I actually put these around my daughter's tent that she has. So I use one of those rings, like those halo rings that you can find at like Walmart. Actually, I did buy them at Walmart. It was a 3-pack of metal wires. Let me show you. All right, guys, so let me show you the ones that I was talking about that I have in my daughter's room. So she has this tent in her room. Actually, these were not meant to be here. I was just using this. Again, it's very hard to take a good picture so you can see them because they're meant to be dangling down. So I was like, what could I use to show you? Because originally, which I'm still gonna do in my office, I want to put some like above in the ceiling, kind of hanging down. But obviously it would have been kind of hard to take a picture. So I figured, you know what, let me wrap these around this wire thing that I had. As you can see, it was a pack that I got at Walmart. I had like 3 of them. It was very inexpensive. And I was like, well, let me wrap them around just so you can see them dangling. And then I added some faux greenery. Honestly, I kind of like it here. It's kind of cute. So I might just keep these here and then just make some new ones to put up in the ceiling. So like I said, this template, guys, is going to be meant for it to be hanging. So you can do something like this with a ring. You know, I just wrapped the wire and then I just wrapped them around on this so they can dangle. So, you know, I see these a lot for weddings too. Actually, I was asked to make a couple of these years ago. Again, I didn't have the template, that's why I passed, but somebody wanted some for a wedding, so I can totally see these for a wedding too, decorating like some sort of arch or something. So the possibilities are endless with this template, guys. So I'm very excited about them. They're super cute, super simple. At least I think they're super simple to make. So if you're interested in the template, you'll be able to find it on my template website, www.arielelisedesigns.com. And yeah, let's get started on how to make these. All right, you guys, let's talk about the template. So this is what the template looks like. So it's going to come with 7 different size petals to make your own wisterias. Now, the nice thing is because she's going to be available in hard copy and PDF. So you'll be able to trace them and cut them. I wanted to make the petal very simple so you could do that. But again, it is a template or a flower that's going to require a lot of petals. Meaning, maybe if you have a cutting machine such as an SVG or Silhouette, that's what I've been using. Might be easier for you just because obviously your Cricut machine will cut them for you, and there's not a lot of cutting that you would have to do. But again, the option for you to hand cut it is there. Again, she's going to be available in hard copy and PDF. So she does come with 7 different petals. Now, the nice thing too with the SVG, guys, is that I'm only giving you these set sizes because that is what personally I liked for my wisterias. But if you want them to make them larger or smaller, you definitely can with the SVG because you're able to manipulate the sizing. Like, of course, I will tell you the measurements that you will need in the directions. But again, if you have the SVG and you want something more bigger or smaller, that is up to you guys, okay? So, like I said, it's going to come with 7 different sizes. And I mean, she looks a little weird, a little funky, but she works. Because remember I told you guys, I did not want to use beads to separate the petals. It was just too much work. And with little ones, it's just, you know, I might misplace one and my little Luca's going to pick it up and probably swallow it. So I definitely wanted to avoid that. So that's why I came up with the little thing on the bottom, because it's kind of helping separate the petals, which I will show you right now when we do it. But honestly, I'm so happy with her, how it came out, and I'm excited to show you guys. So for this wisteria, I am going to use all of them. So roughly, I'm going to tell you how many I use, guys, and we're going to make the longer one. She is around like 9 inches, 10. Again, make them longer, make them shorter. For the shorter ones, I did omit the 2 largest petals, and then I just did the first 5. But if you want to do the longer ones, then I would do all of them, okay? So again, this is to your liking. I'm going to tell you roughly how many petals I use, but I don't always use the same amount. Again, it's to your liking, how long you want them, and you know, the look that you're trying to go for, because you really pay attention to wisteria. Some of them barely have any petals, some of them do. So again, it is to your liking. So let's talk about the materials that you are going to need in order to prep these petals. So I have some petals here just to show you. So you are going to need, obviously, your petals already cut. You're going to need a wooden dowel, and you are going to need a soft mat. So I'm using my McGill. If you're a follower of mine, you've seen this before. I use this a lot. Mine is very beat up, but I've had her for, I want to say, 5 years. You can get this. You can find this on Amazon. I bought mine actually from Joann's Fabric, so you can check online to see if they have them there. But again, I bought this on Amazon. I will link this down because I get asked about it all the time, the McGill, because I use this a lot with these tools right here. So I'll go ahead and link that down for you guys. And then I'm also going to be using a petite little pin. If you have like a needle or something, you're going to need something like that, because we're going to be poking holes to prep the petals. It looks intimidating, I know, but trust me, it's not. And then you are going to need floral wire. So I am using the green, and this is 26 gauge caliber. So you this is from Walmart, but I also buy them from from Michael's as well. It doesn't matter, guys, what color. I have also the silver, but I wanted to go with green. I believe they have gold. They probably have different colors, but I pretty much use either green or the silver. So this is a 26 gauge. I really like this because they have different weights, and I personally like this weight. Okay, you can even find these on Amazon, guys. So what you're going to do first is you're going to get your petal. You are going to fold this just like that. You are going to get your pin, and then what you're going to do is you're on the bottom down here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. don't mind the mat, it's so disgusting. You are going to puncture a hole. And the reason why we have this mat is just so it goes through. So obviously if you have another stuff, maybe like those foam pads that I always talk about that you can get at the dollar store or Walmart, you probably know what I'm talking about. You just need something soft, guys. You don't necessarily need this. You just need something with a soft padding that is going to allow you to stick that pin through, okay? And then you are going to pull her out. And so you're going to do this to all the petals. Then get your wooden dowel. You are going to give these a curl inwards, just like that. And you are going to repeat the same process to the other end. So this is what you should have right here. All right, guys, so once you have that, you're going to get your wire. Roughly, honestly, I just wing it however long you want it. So I'm going to do about that much. All right, so if you're wondering again, so she is roughly, I did around 15 inches long. Again, you can always snip off if you have access. I'd rather have it longer than shorter. And then I always keep the access. Actually, guys, I save them just because I do add this to the back of my flowers when I ship them to clients so they can hang them. So I do have a video on YouTube if you want to see how I add the wire to the back of my flowers for my clients to hang them. So I don't pitch any of the scraps away. Obviously, if they're like super short like this, then no. But if I have a good chunk, I just store them so I can use them for an order. So here is my wire. So let me show you guys that again, just how to prep up, because this is what you're going to do to all your petals. So you're going to get your petal, you're going to fold it again, okay? Get a needle or something. Remember, you need something soft. You are going to puncture a hole. Does not have to be, you know, how can I say this? Because I know some of you want to like have it precise like I do. Just make sure it's in the center. Make sure it's not all the way in the bottom, but you kind of want it roughly around here. You're going to get your wooden dowel, okay? And then you are going to just give the petals a curl like this. So as you can see, I have all my petals prepped back here, and I have 7 different sizes because those are all the 7 sizes that I provide. Now, let's talk about quantity as to how many I have of each. So roughly, guys, I do around 8 or 9 of these two. And then in the center, I kind of trickled down to like 1 or 2 less, so like around 7. And then once we start getting to like the little smaller ones, I tend to add a little bit more just because I want more of the emphasis of the little ones. Does that make sense? So it gradually goes down and I kind of want more of like the little ones. Again, this is to your liking. I just want you to get the gist of how I assemble them, and then it'll be up to you what works for you as to kind of the aesthetically how it looks for you. So let's get started. So essentially, guys, it's going to be like we are needling, like we are sewing something, which is why I find this very, very relaxing. So you're going to get your petal. So you want to start off with your largest one. And what you're going to do, you're going to flip it. So you want it looking like this. You are going to get your wire. You're going to stick it through the hole. And then you're going to stick it through the other hole. Okay, just like that. This is what we want. And yep, we're going to do this to all the petals. And we are going to lift her all the way up. Okay, it's because this is going to be the part where, however you're going to do it, if you're going to hang it up in the ceiling or whatever, you want to leave some room, especially if you want to add some leaves or something. Hold on to it. Typically, I just give it a twist, like a loop, just so I know that it can stop right there, just like that. So then now you're going to have all this where we will be stringing our petals. And that's all you're going to be doing, guys, is that you're going to go through each size and you are going to string the petals. So you're going to put them in that hole. So yeah, it's definitely not, honestly, it's not simple with the camera and then trying to record. So you're going to string it there. And then you're going to try to stick it through the other one. So you definitely need a good steady hand so you can string these. Now, as of right now, it doesn't matter where the petals are placing if they lay like this, because the nice thing is that you will be able to, once you're all completed, you are able to kind of move these around, you know, so you don't have to worry if they're not looking right as of now. Your main goal here is just to string all of them up here, and then once they're all added, then that's when you can do the moving around of the petals. All right, so let's do that again. Obviously, I'm not going to do all of these here on camera because it takes time. Now, make sure you're going like this, guys, okay? You don't want it like this. You want to string it like this. So you're going to go through the hole just like that. And you guys know I like creating templates that are time consuming, but trust me, at the end, it's so worth it. So worth it. And we're going to string that one in there. And then same thing. Do you guys see that? So that's all you're doing, guys. Honestly, this is definitely something, you know, to be doing. The ones that I have done, honestly, I cut them during the day because believe me, during the day I really can't get anything done. So I'll have my Cricut machine cut them out for me. And then at night when my kids are in bed, I will sit and watch TV. My God. I really need, definitely need some good lighting here, guys, to string these in. I'm having difficulties over here because the camera's in my way. And yeah, typically I don't really struggle like this, but the camera's definitely in my way. So, but yeah, as you can see, so like I was saying, I will cut these at the petals during the day, so that way at night I can just sit, watch TV, and then just string these along. And honestly, it's relaxing. It really is. Maybe some of you are like, oh, Karina, that is just too much work. And I mean, you guys know me. Honestly, I don't mind the work at all, especially if it's going to create something beautiful. I don't mind it. I really don't. So anywho, let me go ahead and string some of these, and then I'll be back. So I'm going to string a couple of them, come back and check in with you guys when I'm kind of midway through. All right. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you a little something because this will happen to where it kind of gets hard to put in because then the wire starts bending too much and it kind of loses its shape. So this is why you want to make sure that you have it long enough so you can get your scissors and then just snip that off. So then that way it's a lot more easier because, you know, the more that you put them in here, they will start, the ends will start bending. And so it makes it a little bit harder to, especially when you're stringing it through that second one in the back. So make sure you have it long enough so you can, you know, snip that right off so you don't have to keep struggling because it can get annoying, okay? And remember, this is going to require patience, guys. It's not something that, you know, it's going to be quick. All right, guys, let me get back to stringing. All right, guys, so just checking in. So this is what I have so far. So I do have 3 petals left, meaning sizes, not 3 petals. We still have a lot more petals to go. But yeah, as you can see, If you like relaxation, something to do, hey, this is the perfect thing for you. But if you don't have the patience, you might want to skip on this. Because I mean, yeah, it can be a little, you know, not a little rough. You know, I almost wonder, because again, it seems like you're kind of like, you know how when you're sewing or whatever, I almost wonder if I were to stick a needle, would that be easier? Do you know what I mean? Like put a needle right here at the end and then kind of sew it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue finishing this up, and I will come back and check in once I am done, well, when I'm close with those little cuties at the end. All right, you guys, and so this is how it's looking. I have just one more last little petal. I will tell you that the smaller ones are a little harder, but nothing that you can't do. And voila, there she goes. So as you can see, I still have some left over, so we obviously need to trim this down. So this is, so like this right here is a good decent amount. So remember I tell you that I like to use the extra whatever's left for my flower, so I could add to the back of my flower. So I'm gonna go ahead and store this so I can use it for any of my upcoming orders. All right, so now obviously we need to loop this. So up to you how you want to do it. I just kind of give it a twist and then just kind of bunch it up, so that way we can't really see it. And voila. So you're pretty much all done, guys. Now, do you see how we have these that are kind of toppled? Because we really didn't move them around. So then this is the time that you can now kind of twist the petals around to your liking, my goodness. Liking. And yeah, you're pretty much done, guys. That's pretty much it for her. She is ready to be dangled. And then if you want, I know some of you were asking me when I had showed you guys a sneak peek, what about leaves? Am I going to provide any? The answer is no, because I mean, it is up to you. I don't think I'm going to add any, just because I have this vision for what I want in my office. But you can definitely get away. You can definitely add some greenery. If you have Cricut Design Space, they have so many different leaf images that I'm sure that you can find one. You could even cut some out if you wanted to with paper. And yeah, you could always glue some leaves if you wanted to, or you could even possibly string them by just making a hole and then kind of stringing it so, you know, it gets attached. So yeah, so that is an option, guys. I would leave that up to you, you know, if you wanted to add the greenery. So again, no greenery is not going to be provided. It's just the template, but again, you can definitely add, or like you've seen in Ariel's room with her tent, how I added artificial greenery. That is also another option. So I hope you found that helpful, guys. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to get this off the stand right here so you can just see her dangling. Because see what I mean? She's not photogenic like this. Not whatsoever. All right, you guys, and there you go. There she is dangling away. So this is what you should have, something like this. So again, up to you, you know, how long you want this. Obviously, the longer you want it, the more petals you would be adding, but you can definitely go shorter. If you want to go shorter, then I would omit some of the longer petals. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So this is my Wisteria inspired template, and definitely if you guys get this, please tag me. I would love to see how you incorporate these. I don't know why I can totally see these like in some wedding or something, you know, dangling. Totally. All right, guys. So again, if you're interested in the template, just head to www.arielelisedesigns.com. You're going to find her in the front page as of right now, but she'll also be amongst my catalog. So when you go to my template website, guys, so I have my feature page, which is mostly like my top sellers or my new releases, but then I also have catalog. And if you click on that, you'll see the different pages of templates that I have, because as of now I have 102. She's 102. So you know, sometimes people seem to think I only have that first page, which is like 15 or 16 of them. No, I have 102 as of now. So make sure to click on catalog to view all the templates I have available. All right, guys, I will chat with you guys later. Bye.